Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my hero build series. I am Sylphin. In today's video we are taking out one of probably my most interesting builds that I've ever done, just because it's very specific. We are doing Greystone today in a build that I call the Knight of Masochism. So the theme of this build, masochism. He enjoys pain, he enjoys being in the critically wounded state, and he gets two chances of being in that state. So I thought that building him with all of these wild critically wounded cards would be very interesting indeed, along with a Satori Cloak to make him a kind of a bit of a tanky fighter, but it's very interesting. So we're going to see how it goes. We do actually have no strict jungler, so I think I have to be that jungler instead. So we're going to go here for a harvester potion, or a health potion. Wow, a harvester key, and a kind of want to go for a health token, but I need some damage, so we're gonna get a health potion, strike token, and harvester key here right off the bat. So we're gonna go, oh boy, probably left lane, as the enemy jungle is here, and we're not is on that side, and it looks like nobody's going red buff, so we're gonna do that instead. Alright, so like usual, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support the channel, please head on over to my Patreon account if you want to become a monthly subscriber, or you can go to my Amazon wish list if you want to support the channel that way. So we're gonna try something maybe different here. Go for our Q, make way. We should be able to get level 2 here quickly anyways, and then go in for our E, our passive. Gives us 11 physical armor and 100 health, which obviously here in the early game is very, very powerful, but I think I should be fine, to be honest with you, till we get that. I think our health potion, we do enough damage anyways here in this early game, so we should be able to do this, and maybe even make something happen here if we get level 2 from this camp with this Fang now. Greystone really isn't the best ganker, just because he doesn't have he doesn't have like a slow. He doesn't have anything that causes the enemy to be slowed down, to be stunned, or anything. All that he has is Countess, I know that you're here. No? Okay. Yeah, all he has is his leap. Assault the gates, which we haven't gotten yet. All it really does is you just leap 1,000 units. Deal a little teeny weeny bit of damage, but other than that, that's not much. Like, he doesn't slow anybody down, so somebody has to do the slowing for you, and you know, unless you want to really secure the kill. So there is that to consider with him. So it is the 3-minute mark. We will finish this one camp here, go get a harvester, and go back and get our Guardian's Ward, I do believe. Yeah. So here we are getting our Guardian's Ward. Why do we get this first? Just because at 200 health, along with his passive, actually makes him a pretty good force here in this early game. It's kind of surprising what a few hundred health will do, and especially a little bit of armor that he gets. 11, half a CP worth of armor. What it actually does is actually really quite powerful. So we need to go back to get our harvester charge as well. So now that we have that, we should be able to get this and maybe make something happen right lane, but I don't think so. What we can do though is place a ward here for our friendly team here in this right lane. Yeah, so the last ability we got was, again, Assault the Gates. It's a mid-range leap, only 1,000 units. It's not the farthest on the planet, but it's okay. It gets work done. Let's just say that. So Murdoch needs to be careful here. I will say that I am close by. Well, he does definitely, I'm sure, see that I am indeed close by. his passive that we, or his ultimate that we will be getting soon is called Reforged. On death, resurrect. You kind of come flying down from the heavens and knock up any enemy heroes that are caught in kind of this little radius around you. What also happens is 204 physical damage, and you are restored with 50% of your health and 100% of your mana. That percentage of health that you do get, though, is increased every time you upgrade it to, I believe, 66%, 2/3, I do believe, right at the end, but we will see once we start upgrading. So now that we have our ultimate, we can do some funny business. We can be extraordinarily aggressive, extraordinarily ballsy, make ridiculous plays, hopefully, because we have a passive, we have an extra life. So we should keep that in mind here. I should maybe go try something, but you know what? I'm gonna say let's just keep this going. I'm gonna say I have my ultimate ready. So let's see. Do we have a? Oh, Clary is coming in though. So nah, never mind. Nope, we're not gonna do that because that Clary can really mess up our day here. We do need wards, though. I have none. So what I am going to do, though, is head over left lane here. See if this Countess and I can do anything with this. Nope, but he has a ward, so nothing we can do here. And just go back to farming. Alright, let's try some business here. Here we go. So we're going to try to do our attacks here, but again we have 2 lives, so I don't think we'll be able to get that thing now. Nope, not at all. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, you have no slow, you have no stun, so trying to make things happen in a gank is really hard. You really have to rely on people in lane to really do anything. So with the Countess there, she had her stun that she did use, but didn't amount to anything. So unfortunately, I couldn't get in a good position to body block him either, so it didn't really work out. We can, though, push this lane extremely hard. I'm not going to jump in there without my ultimate, so we'll just have to go back to pushing this lane. And this Kalari, though, might be wanting to do something because he does know that my ultimate is off. Now, the one thing about his ultimate is that there's a visual cue. There is a visual cue. His skull on his back, the dragon skull, the whatever, does glow when you have your ultimate available. So the enemy can tell if it is available. So, you know, don't think that you can trick people into thinking that your that your ultimate is available when it's not, because most good players now will know that you definitely don't have your ultimate. So after this Guardian's Word, going for the Amulet of the Veteran for a lot of health and some damage as well. So this goes in the 4th slot, and we get 100 health again. Going to be nice in this early game. And then once we fully upgraded, though, 400 bonus health after getting this card. So in terms of upgrading his abilities, we're actually going to choose to do Stoic, his ultimate. His passive, sorry. So the thing about it is that, or the thing about Greystone is that he's actually kind of like a pseudo, he's kind of like a pseudo tank or fighter. Like, he can be really whatever you want him to be. He's actually really quite unique in that he is very flexible that way. So we're kind of playing him like a, kind of more like a tank, but with that, while critically wounded business, he will have the opportunity to do some surprising amount of damage, surprising amount of sustain, and it is really actually quite interesting. So because we do have this Kalari here, have to be careful. I always want to put it up there instead, but it didn't look like we could, and now we just continue to get here. This This Feng Mao really... Okay, no. Okay. He's, I think this Feng Mao's definitely a good player. So I think he's made some good plays into our enemy jungle, and I have to keep being cautious about it. We have 6 card power, finishing off the Amulet of the Veteran. The next one's actually the Flashfire Piston, which we do have a weak one here, which I am tempted to be. I really am, but I feel like we need to go into our Tempered or Satori Cloak first. So with that said, out of the two, you always go for the Tempered Plate, which is different from other builds that or ways to do this. We always go for this because that health is always the same. You know, always get that one lesser health, and then all of this changes instead. So yeah, so this is always the same, and then the kind of guard or health changes depending on the enemy team. This is one of the more intricate builds that I have put together out of all the ones that I have done. Alright, we have a Kalari coming in, but once again, of course, we get stupid body block here, and I don't think I'm going to be able to make anything happen here. This Feng Mao will be able to do quite a bit of damage, but he's just peeling for his Kalari, so... Yeah, there we go, and of course I left the minion wave to attack the tower, and I don't have any abilities here, and that was definitely a bad misplay on my part. Guys, don't go, you know, be all bloodthirsty. The tower is way more important than those kills, so definitely what you just saw me do there, don't do it. The nice thing about his Q is that it actually does affect the whole minion wave, and quite often you can get quite a few of those last hits just by being there. So once again, it really can't make anything happen here in the ganking department. He really isn't the best ganker, because he doesn't have any slows, like we've said multiple times. So that is an issue here. Here's the Feng Mao. I'm kind of want to dive. We do have our ultimate, so. And then we go. We're going to use this to kind of go away, but this Feng Mao, really, I mean, he probably knows, yeah, he knows I have my ultimate. Not really much that he's going to be able to do. So I'm going to try to be sneaky here. Hopefully he doesn't really quite see me. I'm going to plant this Harvester and see what else we can do in this left lane. And this Feng Mao is just forced to retreat because there's way too much presence here. My ultimate really changes how a lot of things go here. You know, when you know that somebody has 2 lives, life and a half here, life and, you know, 6/10, a life and 3/5, you know, it makes a really big difference. Because of that fact, I mean, it's really frustrating to go up against a Greystone in lane, just because you know that he has that second life. He can be so aggressive, and taking him down to the point where you know, he is forced to retreat is really quite hard. It is much harder to do than you would think. So this Kalari here, has to be a little bit careful. Again, that presence of Greystone is just, you know, he has 2 lives. I stress that a lot because it's so true. It's just so true. He's just such a presence, and he just can't really be ignored. He can't be ignored if, yeah. So hopefully, yeah, we can do some more stuff. So the enemy team does have energy. Physical, energy. That's a lot of energy. That is a lot of energy damage. So I think we got to go. We're going to go into the Satori Cloak next, in the 6th slot here. And then we're going to get both of these. We're going to get both of these for that barrier, and then this one has the health, and then the guard here, I do believe, this yeah, this guard, this 4-point guard, and then this one's gonna have all of this guard to really help reduce that damage, so that while we are in that critically wounded state, the damage that we are taking is hopefully minimal. Oh, I thought that this Richter was going in for a pull, but he backed off right at the last moment. We're going to see here, I mean, we didn't upgrade any damage yet so far, other than our first 2 cards. So at this point, a lot of level 3 jungle gray, we can definitely go and get those then. Yes, so at this point, we're definitely nice and tanky. It's going to be... Well, we're going to be even more tanky after once we get all of that guard and barrier done. And then after that, then we can go into those wild critically wounded cards here. All right, here's a skirmish, and let's see what we can do. Again, that presence that we do have is crazy, so we have to be very cognizant of what we're doing and trying to protect our allies here. Very nice pull. There we go. Again, we don't have a stun or anything, so we're just going to have to just try to... Oh my goodness, who the heck are we focusing here? I'm going to go down here, make sure to finish off this. There we go. Try to protect our Gideon. Ooh, boy. Always forgetting our health potion here. Looks like our Countess. Oh boy. Good. I maybe could go and chase her down, but doing this. So I'm going to say that my ultimate is ready if like this silly... just so silly, the communication system here on PC. Definitely does not work as well as you would think it would. Okay, so that went better than expected here. I don't think we're doing as much damage as possibly we should, but it's effective anyway. We're effective anyway. Doing a little bit of damage, a little bit of tankiness here. Yeah. So 9 guard power can definitely go into this here, but I think we're gonna get the Celestial Barrier, and then go into, then maybe go into our next card, which is the Bloodright brand here. Very snowball-y card, and you know what? Yeah. So yeah, let's get the Bloodright brand first slot, and then get the Celestial Barrier here. While critically wounded on player kill, heal for 40% of the enemy's total health over 10 seconds. So if you can get a snowball effect like we had there, we're gonna heal for... We're gonna get like this passive heal that's going to counteract any enemy damage that's getting applied to us while we are in that critically wounded state. So then hopefully we can just stay right in that critically wounded state, because our guard is reducing the damage that we're taking, and then that healing from any kills that we do get then further kind of reduce that damage. So hopefully we just kind of stay right in that critically wounded state for as long as possible and make a lot happen. Hopefully. 6 guard power, ladies and gentlemen. Tempted to go for that drain, to be honest with you, because I'm not running into any tanky issues yet. But what I do want to get is all of these passives. So what I am going to do, I'm going to go into the Pain Eater. The Injured Rage has that fully upgraded bonus first. You have to upgrade upgrade it to get the fully upgraded bonus. So we're going to save it perhaps and go into this minor wound. What do we got here? Lesser health. That'll definitely help here with a little bit of that tankiness. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's a little bit of a fight that's going to break out. Maybe should stay here, see if my Gideon gets nice and safe. Yeah, here we go. Okay, nope. No engagement there, but can't let our team, the enemy team, split push too much. They are gonna. We were going to go for Prime Orb, but I don't want that Countess to together. So that Murdoch and Richter should be able to deal with that. I'm gonna hopefully. Okay. Nope, they did not choose to do this. Okay. So that is okay. I'm fine with making sure that we are A-okay here. But now that the enemy team's definitely posturing here, I definitely have to go and help them. So, who are we going to try to focus here? We do have the Satori Cloak. Oh, but our ADC gets completely melted. We're definitely going to have to go for the this Fang Mao for sure. Here we go. Let's do this here. Get right on top of him. Okay, apparently not. Wow. And he just gets melted. I'm real. Yeah, our team. I am not being a very good team member. Our friendly team is just being absolutely amazing and making these plays happen for sure. 6 card power here, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of tempted to go into our Injured Rage, and I think that's actually what we're going to do. It replaces our Amulet of the Veteran, but almost there. 1 card power to get away. Because we can definitely get that damage now. So let's go into our Drain, or we can actually go into our last card here. Definitely not being the most efficient, but I feel like I want these last cards. So actually we get rid of our Ward, which this is one of my builds that I get rid of my Ward, which is maybe not the smartest here, but let's finish off the Injured Rage and then go into a you know what, let's get our Major Strike here, or let's mix it up here, get a little bit of kinetic and a Minor Wound, balance everything off. I'm flipping and flopping here between my upgrades and not getting some fully upgraded bonuses, just because I feel like that is what I need instead of being, you know, to the book, to the letter. I think I'm trying to balance everything, make sure that I have a good approach in these engagements. 6 card power again, ladies and gentlemen. Now is the time when we could probably finish this off. Again, the tankiness. I have neglected it for a while, but I am just not feeling like it's really needed. So, with that said, I think it should definitely be the smart move here. We can do 6 and then 2 here in the Flash Power Piston. And that should be good. That really should be good. Let's see if we get a showcase of this build here. Looks like though I chose to not be a part of the team fight. It's a 4v5. Let's see. Wow. Whoa, what just happened? Okay, now it's a 3v3. Wow, the friendly team definitely very, very strong. I obviously had nothing to do with that. So, fantastic job by the friendly team here. Alright, let's see here if we can do anything with these guys. I'm going to go right in for this inhibitor, and let's see if this Murdoch continues to hit me. If he does, he'll get a taste of my wild critically wounded here. I'm not going to be stupid about it. And we are very dominant over the enemy team, but don't really want to be that stupid about it. I do kind of want to see the wild critically wounded cards in action, but ooh, let's do this. Come on, Clary, let's play. Come on, do this. There we go. Okay, so that was definitely a waste of one of my lives. Now, okay. So definitely not good play at all. Now I have to protect my Countess here. All right, so let's see how is this going to work for me. There we go. Let's go right on top of them and see how this works. So, wild critically wounded. Yeah, baby, hit me. Hit me, baby, hit me. And is the lifesteal just too much for them? I think it maybe is. Look at that lifesteal! Oh. So while critically wounded, that's definitely going to help. Very nice. Look at that. Hey, there's a little bit of a play. There's a little bit of a play, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. That's one inhibitor down. Look at that sustain, that presence we had. I did waste our first life. Definitely wasted our first life there. Here, let's see. This Countess here. Look at that. Look at that sustain. Look at it. She can't do anything. She can't do anything. She's still... Oh, there we go. Yeah, the Murdoch ult took me way too low. And she finally did finish. So let's finish off this Flashfire Piston. You have a greater drain here to help us while we are still in that critically wounded state. And I do actually... Hold on a moment. Am I missing something here? I don't think so. It might be a little bit calculated wrong. So we got energy. Oh, we got a weak. Oh my bad. We have a very strong physical damage. So it's a balanced approach, which means I should have gone a little bit more guard here. So definitely my bad here. Actually, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. We got the Celestial Barrier, so I'm okay with that. We can go definitely into the Greater Drain. All that damage that we are dealing will be even more, will be even stronger when we are, well, all the time, really. It's not only while critically wounded, but especially when we're critically wounded, we're going to have 40 plus the 10% that we have here. Crazy, 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 crazy. One small thing about his nice attack speed now is we can really take out these... We really take out those wards, and we can also, with our Q, with our make way, really just annihilate those wards very, very quickly. Okay, enemy team's definitely going to posture to do something here. Let's see. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go right in. I'm gonna be crazy here, and I'm gonna pressure them a little bit. Very nicely done, pushing me off. So we're definitely going here for this Murdoch. Very nicely done. Okay. All right, let's. Oh, just completely annihilated. Good job, Countess. And holy smokes, there's a Gideon. Looks like our Murdoch took care of that Feng Mao in the right jungle, no problem. Now our Countess is going after the enemy Countess. So let's see if we can blue buff. Nope. Alright, so look at that. Look at the whole huge minion wave pushing left lane. I think this is just how we're calling here to all in on the left side. I do have my ultimate, but the Countess there, she's going to be able to really decimate our lane wave. But look at all those super minions. My goodness. Looks like actually Kalari has more... the Countess here has more health, but we'll let them come in. And should we be bloodthirsty? No. So there you go. There's our Knight of Masochism build. It's definitely interesting. Extremely not traditional. I was jumping all over the place, trying to get a little bit of this and that, to try to make some things work here. 5-1 and 9. It was okay. It wasn't. Definitely our friendly team here allowed us to do our thing, run around. Yeah, we were all smart with Siege, but it was pretty good. That was a pretty good game. Let's take a closer look at the build. So here is the build, ladies and gentlemen. Start off with, well, we happen to be the jungler, so health potion, strike token, and a harvester key if you were in lane. Health potion, health token, maybe a strike token is actually more appropriate as well. A little bit of health obviously very much helps, and you would get, of course, your passive there if you were a jungler or a laner as well. So after that, you go into, of course, your Guardian's Ward. Right after that, 2 minor strikes, lesser health. A lesser health is really important with this whole health meta. Keeps you alive, makes you able to do your thing there. in lane. After that, Amuleted Veteran for even more health and minor strikes. I think this one would be 3 minor strikes if I had them, but I simply don't. So that's why. If you are very much ahead at that point, you can definitely go next into this Flashfire Piston. The 2 minor kinetics really, really help. He has a fast attack speed anyways, but a little bit more definitely doesn't hurt. Mathematically, I think that is pretty much correct here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so some attack speed definitely can work here, so that definitely works. After this Flashfire Piston here, then you go into your tanky cards, which are the Satori Cloak and Tempered Plate. You try to get your Tempered Plate first because you always get this lesser health, but then the rest changes. If it's very high physical damage, you go Celestial Guard and 2-point guard. Or if it's a balanced approach, like in this game it was kind of, they all did high damage, but relative to each other is kind of a balanced approach. If it's a balance, then you go Celestial Guard and 2-point health. In the Satori Cloak, you just get both of those pretty much all the time, except I think that's what I messed up. I think I have to re-look at this and make sure that I think this 3-point barrier is supposed to be a 2-point barrier. I think that's actually what it's supposed to be here. If it's strong energy barrier hurt. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, 4-3. So if it's a strong barrier, actually, let me figure this out. Yeah, no, 4 and 2 here. That makes it so that you can actually really use this Satori Cloak, and it just gives you a nice amount of barrier, because this Tempered Plate will have the equivalent of 7 card points in it, so getting that 6 plus that 7 in Satori Cloak keeps it nice and even. After the Satori Cloak, then you go into all of your while critically wounded cards. I choose to get the Blood Ray brand because I think that's the most snowbally of all the cards. While critically wounded on player kill, heal 40% of the enemy's health over 10 seconds. I feel like that's the strongest one. Plus that lifesteal is surprisingly good. You actually do quite a bit of damage, so I think lifesteal is actually quite good. After the Blood Ray brand, you go into the Injured Rage, then Pain Eater. I would switch that around for sure. Get the Pain Eater first because it has a little bit of health, and then the Injured Rage. The Injured Rage will take a long time to upgrade, so get the fully upgraded bonus takes a while. It does replace your Amuleted Veteran, so you have 6 card points to work with, so just replace your Injured Rage when you have 6 card points available, so you get the 6 from the Amuleted Veteran, plus maybe get rid of a token in there. After Injured Rage, then you upgrade your previous Flashfire Piston. No, you don't. That replaces your Ward with a nice strong Flashfire Piston. Major Strike, 2-point kinetics. Yes, might seem like a lot of kinetic in here. No, it's actually not that much. It is right, but boy, it's very interesting. Once the Injured Rage kicks in, you're doing a lot of damage, and that feeds into your life steal, into your sustain, keeping you alive, making you do more damage. Your Satori Cloak is always working to make sure you do a ton of damage. You already have a lot of barrier and armor, so very interesting, very interesting. I was very interested to do it. There is one more card that I don't have that's gives you crit while critically wounded, but I don't think that's really, I don't think I could get rid of something else and really make it work, but we'll try it once I get it. So there's the build, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about it. Please like this video if you like it, dislike it, share it with the community. Of course, guys, subscribe if you found this helpful or simply enjoy the content. Subscribe so we can do it for you again in the future. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.